Kahoot is a free game-based learning platform that can be used on any device. Teachers can create their own Kahoots, or there are millions of other Kahoots that have been pre-made that you can choose from on various topics. They are in a series of multiple choice questions, or there is a jumble option, which I will show in a bit. And also there is a survey option as well. Kahoots are best played in a group setting, so a classroom is absolutely perfect. And students can answer questions on their own devices. And it also documents for teachers the results so that they can gauge understanding, and it's a really good tool for review, to reinforce concepts, etc. Students can socialize with each other and have discussions, so it's a really good for collaboration, and you can have students in groups and teams, or it can be one-to-one with a device to participate in the Kahoot game. So I'm going to go to my teacher dashboard. This is my account. So you can find a Kahoot based on a certain topic, or you can create your own. So if you can see on this page, so you can do things for basically anything. So here's memorable moments at movie awards. So you can do fun topics or educational topics as well. So I'm going to go to Kahoots. So these are the list of Kahoots that I have. Also, you can create your own. So here I'm going to click the create option. All right, so here's the quiz. So this format has multiple choice answers that students can choose from. A jumble is where you drag answers in a correct order. So an example of doing this is we just finished our fractions unit. So I could do a jumble on ordering fractions from greatest to least, or least to greatest, to reinforce that concept. You can also do surveys. So I've done surveys before when my students vote for class parties, and it's just kind of a fun way to engage them, and they truly love all three of these different formats that you can choose from. So I'm going to just go with quiz just to show what that can look like. So you can write the title of your Kahoot. You also have to put a description is required, and you can insert a picture as well that aligns with your content area if you choose to. So you can put, this will save in your Kahoots, and you can make it available to everyone, so it can be added to the millions of Kahoots that are shared for the public, or it can be only for you as well, so you can choose that as well. So for example, I could do we just learned about future tense, and I can write future tense questions. Alright, so I can make this visible to everyone or myself, whichever I can choose. You can credit your resources. That's always important. If you get something from the internet, or if you get the resources from somewhere else. So then I can hit OK, go. So then you can add a question. So I can add a question that has to do with future tenses, obviously. So then you can also set a time limit for how long you want the students to have to answer the question. So that is how you create each one. So then you can have as many questions as you choose. So I'm going to go back. Okay. Exit again. All right, so this is where I'm at. So you can also go to a reports, and this kind of shows you how your students did as well. So say I want to choose a Kahoot. So I can click, I'll just click this right now because it is Oscar Sunday. And you can hit play. So as this loads, this is going to give you a class code. So the students log on to Kahoot. So you can choose the team versus team on shared devices. So it's a team mode, or you can do one-to-one. So I typically have my students do one-to-one. So what you do then is a game pin comes up. So when the kids go onto Kahoot or have the app, or you can go to the Kahoot website, they will type in this game pin. Then once they get into the pin, they type their name. So then teachers can know how many players have joined the game, so you can kind of gauge and find out. Once you have your whole class in there, you can hit start, and then it'll start the Kahoot game. It keeps track of how fast students answers the questions and the accuracy of students' answers. So there's an option for teachers to have the game. It will say the top 3 students that are answering correctly and fast, or if you want to take that off, if it causes any issues, you can take that off as well. Also, after each question, it shows the students in a bar graph how many people answered for each question, so they can kind of see too how they did, and they will know if they got the answer correct right after each question. All right, so I'm going to go back. All right, so I'm going to go to this page. Okay, so you can also go to reports. So reports tells you how your students performed and how they did on the Kahoot questions. So this can be a fun way to review for a test, or to review a concept that they have learned. And there's also options to do fun things as well. In the case that you want to do something fun that isn't educational, that's fine too. So there's all these options as well, and then you can search. As for ISTE standards, Kahoot allows for students to collaborate and co-learn with students to discover and use new digital resources and diagnose and troubleshoot technology issues. So this is kind of an opportunity for the teachers and students to work together on the technology, and the students have to cooperate and make sure they get logged in, and teachers need to work with the students if they're having any trouble. Sometimes the game might kick some students out, and then you have to get them back in, so it is just kind of a working together and working through glitches if it happens. Also, it allows for teachers to foster a culture where students take ownership on their learning goals and outcomes in both independent and group settings. So students are able to see how they are performing on the Kahoot questions, which is good because it has them taking ownership. And this can be an independent game, or you could have them working in groups as well. So this is Kahoot.